An inquiry has been launched into the causes of the shooting last year that so shocked the close-knit community.
13-year-old Mitchell Johnson and 11-year-old Andrew Golden.
Lever-action rifle to Pearl High School.
Parents of the victims are
in Columbine, Colorado today.
Wanted calls for gun laws for Kevin Khatchadourian.
Killing 12 students and a teacher. We understand this phenomena.
November 14th, 2000. Dear Franklin, I don't know why I started writing to you today. I don't have some exotic traveler's tale for you, some courtroom drama, just a little morsel from Nyack Grand Union Supermarket. But maybe that's what I miss most. Telling you about the ordinary things. Going out in public is still a challenge. Okay, no one waves shotguns or throws red paint. Not anymore. But for a country with reputedly no sense of history, you'd be surprised how long people can hold a grudge. I'm selecting eggs. A fellow shopper bumps my elbow. A fat, frumpy 50-year-old. No. It can't be not her. Has she seen me? No. I abandon my eggs on the child seat of the cart and walk, don't run, to the next aisle. Mary Wolford. Yes, Franklin. That was the once neurotically svelte gift wrapped Mary Wolford, but now she doesn't have a spouse or a daughter to keep up appearances for. Thanks to us. I should be able to empathize, but I catch my breath in soup. Come on, Eva. What are you afraid of? She's already done her worst. In court. What can she do to you here? I return to Deare. I have to. Thankfully, the coast is clear. I sweep up my cart and head to the checkout. But something makes the sales clerk flip open the eggs. Oh. Seems Mary Wolford spotted me after all.
All 12?
The girl wipes her fingers on a Kleenex.
Ugh. We'll get you another carton.
No. It's okay. I'll take them as they are. I'm in a hurry. I'll take them as they are. Want cooperation in this country? Act unhinged. Works like a charm. The girl scans my card.
Khatchadourian. That's an unusual name.
She knows. She's Kevin's age. Possibly one of his former classmates. I meet her eye. Meet the challenge.
I'm the only Khatchadourian in New York State.
Someone in line behind me gasps. The girl throws my battered eggs in a bag.
Have a nice day.
No, Franklin, it's not that I have no shame. Rather, I'm exhausted with it. So here I am, back home, a half-eaten plate of scrambled eggs in front of me, writing to you. This isn't our home, by the way. I sold that. I had to, after that civil trial. Thought I'd have trouble unloading it, but no. The bids tumbled in. Prospective buyers imagining the crowning moment of their housewarming dinner. You're not gonna believe who we bought this spread from. Eva Khatchadourian. Familiar? You bet. Kevin, KK, lived right here in this house. Wild, huh? Not quite as bad as Columbine. How many was it, honey? That's right. 9. In my book, that scumbag should have got the chair. Know who I blame? I blame the parents. I have to stop. It's late and your former globe-trotting wife is anchored to a 9-to-5. With Nyack Travel Agency, would you believe? In a rented duplex with creaking floors and leaking windows, where nothing feels quite confident or real. Hey, I could be describing myself here. Not trying to forget, but remember. Eva. November 19th, 2000. Dear Franklin. Franklin. My mind is huge with all the little stories I never told you. Little. One big story. Our son. What possessed us? We were so happy. I loved my life, the research and traveling, loved you. Why did I agree to change it? I was 36. For years I'd been waiting for that hormonal imperative, but whatever the trigger, it never entered my system. Oh, we discussed it. In a kind of abstract way, for a couple of years, you wanted to have a child. On balance, I did not. Added together, that seemed like ambivalence. So how did we reach the decision? There was that lunch party with Brian and his 2 sweet little girls. It was a nice afternoon. We talked about kids on the walk home. But it wasn't then. There was that dinner party with Eileen in Belmont. It was uproarious, drunken. They didn't leave until 4 a.m. I can see you so clearly. Hands in our sink. A ruddy carnivore with brash blonde hair. So far from the sallow, tender artist I imagined for my life partner. Franklin Plaskett. All knock-knock jokes, a boisterous guffaw, Bruce Springsteen, and my God, a Republican. An American by choice and with pride. Walked into my office in blue jeans and said, yes, you could find the Rhone Valley in Pennsylvania, and I could have the pictures next week. Franklin, I can see you. Feel the weight of you with such clarity.
You've gone quiet.
Can hear your voice.
Eva?
The way you say my name.
What's up?
Nothing.
Tell me about this nothing.
We've just spent 4 hours discussing, satirizing our parents.
Yeah, I noticed. Thought you and Belmont were going to wet yourselves.
My poor mother.
Don't worry, she couldn't hear you.
Franklin,
Huh?
do you think we're too happy?
Right. Could you try and make me a bit more miserable, Eva?
If we were happy, you weren't. We had everything. Except one big-ticket item you needed me to provide. But seriously.
Seriously?
Isn't it all downhill from here?
What? Age, disease, death?
Exactly.
Come on, we got a great future ahead of us.
But what's actually going to change?
Well, I could start location scouting for feature
But
films.
you don't
You could find a
want
new
to.
country. There's still a few you haven't done, right?
Russia. But lately, everywhere seems kind of the same. Motherhood. Now that really would be another country.
Okay.
And if I got pregnant, something would happen.
You'd have a
and
baby.
We'd have some new stories to tell.
Stories?
Yes. What we talk about. That's what our lives are about. I want that to be the future, not the past. Even if our kid had problems, at least they'd be fresh ones. Right? Did I really say that, Franklin? But that wasn't the decisive moment either. I came to that completely on my own. My mother was agoraphobic, which is ironic, many people have observed, given all the traveling I've done. But in truth, I am much like her. I don't recall a single trip abroad that, up against it, I wanted to take. I was repeatedly forced out the door by tickets purchased, reservations made. You thought I found it easy to leave you and everything safe and familiar. But each journey was a gauntlet I threw down. My whole life was spent making myself do things. Franklin, I was absolutely terrified of having a child. That was what made me do it. Eva. November 25th, 2000. Dear Franklin, I'm handwriting this in a little bagel shop in Chatham. I needed a coffee after this afternoon's visit. Yes, I can see your face. I do go. Every second Saturday, I arrive at Claverlack Juvenile Correction Facility at precisely 2 p.m. Like clockwork. Mary Wolford's lawyer found this behavior suspicious. And perhaps he was right. I was playing the part of a good mother. But he missed the subtlety. The performance wasn't for the court. It was for me. That's why I still go now. Kevin himself is surprised by my dogged appearances, and far from pleased, particularly with my questions. How's the food, Kevin? Do the other kids like you?
Like me?
If I play pro forma mummy...
You kidding?
Kevin responds with pro forma sociopath.
They kiss my ass.
It frightens me.
Every juvie in this joint has taken out 50 dickheads before breakfast. In his head.
But if I drop my pose...
But they know.
Sometimes he lets his slip too.
I did it. For real.
Really? They heard about that, do they?
There's this new kid. 13-year-old. Cock the size of a Tootsie Roll. Reckons he's a big man because of what he did.
And what did he do?
Old geezer next door complained he was playing his monkey CD too loud. So he slit him, crotch to throat.
That's appalling. I can't believe anyone still listens to the Monkees.
That's not all. Things made him such a big shot is they never found the entrails.
Your friend is precocious. Missing entrails is a good twist. And that's what you need to get noticed in this business.
Well, I'm not impressed. He's just a kid. Too little to know what he's doing.
And you weren't?
I knew exactly what I was doing. I'd do it again.
I can see why. It's worked out so well.
Just swapped one shithole for another.
What a pity. Time for one of us to go home.
Make you feel good, does it? Coming here? Make you look good? Yeah, well, want a gold star? Keep it up. But don't kid your sorry ass, it's for my benefit. I don't want you here. I hate you.
I often hate you too, Kevin. It's profane, isn't it? Once you've had a child, to think about that parallel life in which you didn't. But I can't help it, Franklin. I think about it a lot. So yes, I know what I should have said to Kevin. Now I know you don't mean that. Or I love you anyway, young man. But I can't pretend anymore. Not to Kevin. And especially not to you. Eva.